Alright. Let's see. I don't know if I should leave the dressing room and stuff like that for later. Somebody actually shows up. But I'm gonna hit it up anyway. I cleared out the shop of clothing items. Might be a little too early, but I guess YouTube hasn't cared this far. It's fine. There is nothing bad on the screen. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna try to get to all the side stories of all of these women. It's like 5 missions each. So we could be here for, I don't know, 2 hours. Hopefully not. Honestly, I'll try to get as far as I can. I made a set a pair of thumbnails for each group, just in case one was too spicy for YouTube. But I think we'll be fine. And I think there's a way to move that ribbon too. Or we can change it, I think. I know you can move it. I'm pretty sure you could, I just don't know where. But whatever, I guess we're going like that. Just for that instance, I guess I don't want to change the hairstyle, just... I don't know how to fucking move the thing. This is the model viewer, we're not playing with that just yet. I want to do triangle. There you go. Alright, so we have that, so that makes sense. We got some hairstyles. Do I even care about this, to be honest? It's not like there's that many. You know, once we start getting into... There isn't that many, actually. Because we do start getting onto, like, everybody else's hairstyle, so... Honestly, I don't know. You talk alone, huh? Well, I would want to make Eleg here eventually, that's not... Over here, she can only use the DLC characters and the extra hair. Okay, you can't be somebody else's hair. Like I said, except for DLC and special characters, that's... whatever. That's fine. You wish kind of stop talking too much, but whatever. Go with that. I don't know. What does a ribbon take on? 2 slots? That's fine, I guess. Triangle, yeah. How do you get an achievement? Nice. Okay, what can I... Oh my god, this is in depth. Playing Quikkatsu again. Let's see. Angle, horizontal, depth. Nope. Oh god, this is a little too in depth. Okay, let's do something else here. Sorry, but I'm not that into stuff like this. I mean, it's fine, and we're just gonna be here forever, so... Can't be all of them. Let's see, can we get a red or black? There you go. I don't think it goes that well, actually, but there's no red, so... Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Yes, we can go with the other one. I would have to change this style too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut these into parts. Spend the whole first stream just editing the entire group. Oh god. Can I not do both for this? Oh. Interesting. Let's change that all back to some pink. I think her regular outfit looks pretty nice as it is. I don't dislike the uniform. It's fine. I'm not a fan of that. If I could get a different style. No, that's too much. But in keeping with the same color scheme, I wish it was a little bit more organized. I know we're doing the most here, but you know what? Blue's fine. That looks fine. Let's see, what can I get for her battle outfit? I will save that outfit for somebody else. I could have sworn we had more. There we go. Nah. It's already close enough to her actual outfit. You know what? Am I changing? Huh. Pre-transform? Oh, okay. I was changing this instead. Well, that's fine. Actually. I don't know when the fuck I changed, but... Change that here. This one. Some nice old white going. And then... there we go, much better. What other color does this come in? Black's already good enough as it is. That's even darker. Go with that. There you go. Alright, Yumi. I think her outfit's probably gonna stay. Yeah, we're just gonna keep the uniforms. Maybe just change their color a little bit. They're like a blue. There you go. Really wish they'd stop saying something after every choice. I don't really have any hairstyle I would even give her. And since there isn't that many hairstyles, I don't have any like extra DLC. We're just gonna keep it as it. I don't want to have repeats, you know? Double knot. Good with that. This is fine too, honestly. I mean, the short hair is really nice. No reason for me to change that. Let's keep looking for outfits, though. Light blue, there we go. We're keeping that. Kinda should have gone the other way around. Maybe not. It's fine. You know what? I'll change their hairstyles all around just so we're not, you know, having any inconsistencies too. And it goes with the outfit, so. Alright, I like Shiki's hair. Not gonna lie, so I'm hesitant to change it. Honestly. Good for a different uniform, though. For the hell of it. I feel like she'd look better with the more traditional uniform look. Kinda. The super short skirt, this is normal, spats. No, it's just longer than the spats. That. Or... what's this? Oh. Could be interesting. But nah. Already wears black. So... which is I don't want to keep reusing this purple. Already have it in some other character. Whatever. The white's not too bad. Yeah, we're doing a little fashion. Limited fashion, but it's fashion. This is very basic. I think that's fine. I do like her hair, so I'm not changing that. You give her a different color. Although it's already pretty Gyaru-ish as it is. Alright, you got me. Keeping that. Let's see, accessories. I'm not a big fan of classes with characters, but sometimes I suppose. Can I get black rims with these? No. I want to just use the red rim. Doesn't really go much. Unless if we're matching the hair color, I'd like to go with maybe the shoes or the skirt, but not the glasses. That's just me, though. Now we're entering, you know, pure, like, fashion sense BS. So we're gonna go with those black big rims. Alright, looking pretty good. Was that 3, 4, 5? Blue hair is okay. Not doing that. There was a way to get her to take off her her hat too when we're like in mid-battle. Gotta press start on the character select screen, but it's gonna be hard enough to do side stories. Trying to think of what to do here now. Luca, who would that be? Unless it's Ruka and I'm thinking of an anime, but it's not. That kind of sucks. They have all their, like... I guess I could give them their assigned swimsuits that they do wear, their own fashion sense, but I kind of want to save that for the next game. Just makes more sense there. Unless I'm giving everybody a swimsuit in this one, but not really. The game's pretty advertised as being like a beach setting overall, but not really. That'll be the next game, so I'm gonna skip on that, unless it looks good. The Vocaloid Ruka. I guess. I know I played it. I played Project Diva so many times, but that was so long ago. We only ever really saw a lot of Miku. Alright, that's Ryofu. Generic as it gets. Let's see. That's pretty beach-like. No. The generic swimsuit. Okay, well there isn't much to look at, sadly. There you go. I'll accept it. I can take off this. Do a little bit of magic. Only 2 colors? Okay. Do a little bit of black magic here for y'all. About as much customization as I'm gonna do because there's not much to work with. Oh, and it stays. Oh. We can fix that. Transformed. Yeah. It is like a strawberry. Funnily enough, I don't think I've ever actually eaten a strawberry. Had strawberry flavored things. Basic black. I'll take it. Minori is getting... I don't know, actually. I didn't think this far. I just got all the items from the shop that I could get, and that was it. Let's see. These are all the character outfits. I might just play around with that too, but I don't know. The point being, I don't want to have like all the characters have, you know, maybe like a cloned look, or have two of the same. Anybody's outfit fits. That's even better. Alright. I don't know, she's pretty orange, but I guess the green with the yellow stripes. Who does this remind me of? Not Kazuma. Oh, where have I seen this pattern before? Anyway. Nah, that's fine. That actually looks pretty good as it is. Kind of like the previous one and kind of gave her a little bit more character. That just looks like a generic bra, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what the difference. I mean, I guess each pre and like post transformation has their own set or look. And like she said, all that changes is Ansu, I guess. Chia from what? Now what? That's fine. Whole different person. Again, there's not many of these either. I'm gonna save those. Oh, you know what? Oh, never mind. Now she looks like... In the face, she looks like Nanako from Persona 4. Let's go for a goofy outfit. Oh, you were talking about Chie. And here I am talking about Persona 4 again. At the same moment. But yeah, you're right. You know what I'll do? I got something in mind for that. I'll save it for the next Girls Hard stream. It'll be, yeah, the next one. It's just undergarments, not a swimsuit. I guess the texture lies, but yeah, I guess it is a swimsuit. Alright. We'll go with that. A little bit of daisuki. I got something in mind for this outfit, if I can remember it next time. Yeah, we got Hakufu's outfit. That's fine. Looks good. We reached the end here. Alright. Still has the tail. Forgot about that. fine. Let's see. What can I do here? Yeah, give her a basic outfit. There you go. Doesn't look too bad. Nice shoe color. I don't think it would go pretty well, I guess. Maybe some blue detailing or... I don't know. I think I'll keep her as is. Like I said, I didn't think this far. Sadly. The sailor uniforms today. Oh wow, that's a interesting design. But can I get a different color, please? There you go. What is that, 18? Yeah, that works. I know it's not very engaging to watch, but you want to change to that color though. I'm entertained as it is though. Whatever, I'll take the low cut. Yeah, we'll take this black and white, whatever. That actually goes very well, much more so than that one. Huh, okay. I'll save the surprise when we finish next ones. I'll do that. We can get to finish 2, 3 girl stories. We can pick a favorite by the end and just play around in the dressing room a little bit more. Missions. So that's 5, that's 25 missions each. Or not each, but the whole group. I don't know how long it's gonna take or how hard it's gonna be, but... or how much story there's gonna be. But I guess Yumi it is. I'm playing easy. I don't want to be here all day. Oh, the loading screen's different. Forgot that there's a auto button. Man, more reading. Yeah, these are all gonna be like after the fact, after the story, kinda. It's slice of life at this point. Doesn't matter. Why are we asking Yona?
ご存知でしたか。お願いします。ぜひ教えてください。いいよ、教えてあげる。それじゃあリョーナちゃんのお尻をバシバシビシビシ叩いて。打たせていただきます。はい。
I think she's getting taken advantage of at this point, but I suppose we'll see when they start talking. Get the hell out of my face. This shouldn't be any harder than it was in the main story. I kind of wish they'd let me do this finisher here too. We never got to do that one. But it seems like they're not. Gonna end up fighting somebody all the way out here. Yep, I went the wrong way. I knew that. As soon as I committed, I knew that. I think we've gotten to see these. I think. Maybe not. No, we haven't seen this finisher. I would have remembered what it does. Alright, it's time.
Shinobi,
I guess it would have been nice too to like change their outfits like mid-story or something. But I wanted to keep it vanilla, I guess. And you know, going through all these side stories, there's gonna be 5 missions each girl. That's gonna take forever. So it's nice to have them have a whole new fresh set of paint. You know, a new look. But you're right, we have not seen that finisher before. I don't know why the pause. Oh, there goes my favorite. I was trying not to get too close. But, nice visuals, I guess. Again, we asked the wrong person. What the hell? Yeah, we asked the wrong person on filial matters. Oh well. If anything, we're giving her exactly what she wants. So is she really losing? Or are we?
汚されちゃった。
素敵なお嫁さんへの道は予想以上に厳しいみたいですね。私が正義です。最高評価をいただき、強越至極に存じます。成長を続けましょう。一歩ずつ着実に。
Also, really forgot how easy these were. I think I went a little too hard on her. Still going, huh? I know each one of these girls' stories, girls' heart stories have their own like CG like artwork. So I'm kind of curious as when we're gonna see that.
素敵なお嫁さんに必要なものは何だと思いますか？
それはもちろん肝っ玉じゃ。肝っ玉のない女子では素敵なお嫁さんにはなれん。
肝っ玉。それはどうすれば手に入るのでしょうか？
度胸をつけるには戦闘が一番。相手になりますよ、ユミ。
And I made sure not to use any of those CG artworks or screens for the thumbnails. I guess it would kind of like spoil it. There's one I did use, but that's because I didn't have anything else to use. There's two characters we don't actually see in the story, but they are in the girls' hearts. I guess they added them because they're staples of the series.
夜桜、鎮魂の夢に沈みましょう。いざ鎮魂の夢に
Hey, she looks pretty good.
どんな問題にも動じない
Oh my
心。
god.
それこそが素敵なお嫁さんに必要なんじゃ。
確かにそうかもしれません。大切な人を支えられる力は大事ですからね。
肝っ玉を太くすればユミも必ず素敵なお嫁さんになれると思いますよ。
ああ、濡れてないと。
技あり。
では私は肝っ玉を育てることにします。
行くで、忍び転身。
せやけど肝っ玉って言われるとお嫁さんというより母ちゃんって響きの方が似合ってる気がするで。母ちゃん？肝っ玉をつけると母ちゃんと呼ばれてしまうのですか？せやで、ゆみ母ちゃん。母ちゃん。はっ、せ、打たせていたってそこですか？せや。
It's worth noting that while I do not necessarily hate the localization and translation, it does seem to do a little too much sometimes. But that's fine. Maybe in the next game I'll figure something out. I'm sure there's mods to like make it less egregious for the most part. It's a fucking ice sword. I didn't know that. I'll test it out next time.
なんやねん、ほんまに。母ちゃんと呼ばれるのはまだ早い気がします。私が正義です。
We haven't gone frantic mode yet.
最高評価をいただき、強越至極に存じます。
I think that was like a whole feature that came with this game. Like a new mechanic.
足りない。絶対正義の体現者になるには。
And we haven't done it since the very beginning. I gotta remember it's L1B. I gotta remember. Alright, I'm gonna turn on the fan. It's hot.
Yumi, 新婚の夢に沈みましょう。ノーリミット。お、喧嘩か。私も混ぜてもらうぜ。殿下さん、喧嘩ではありませんよ。素敵なお嫁さんになる方法を皆さんに聞いているのです。またそうやって可愛いこぶっちゃってるのか。気に食わないぜ。私は可愛いこぶってなんかいません。
Just looking around, I guess. I already talked about how cool it is that they have like their own merch. Just sitting around. There's Babebi. Shiki's hat. Okay. The hell is that? Interesting. A lot of promotional material too for this game, as I can see if I remember correctly. Like wallpapers and posters that they would bring out. This is like in the peak of the PS4 era too. The peak of Sony being an asshat. I should clarify, Sony of California as it became officially all those years ago. If you're ever wondering what went wrong with Sony to begin with. Yeah, the artist for these games has been around since the very beginning and he's pretty much done everything. It's pretty great. This reminds me of a Monster Hunter stage when I look at the lava. Anyway, it's enough. We're never beating this if I start yapping every 5 seconds about random things. But it's not like I got anything else to talk about. I'm kind of waiting for them to start, you know, dialoguing. You know, I think it was back when this game came out, or maybe the next game. I did look around for mouse pads of one of the characters. And I would want one still, because I still have issues with my wrist when I'm playing games. So that would actually probably help. That's if they still make them anyway. If any merch ever exists anymore besides, like, you know, recent stuff. Got some body pillows here, I think. Oh, that's the next area. I guess those would be body pillows. They're just not actually pillows yet. I think what I'll do is I'll play the rhythm game spin-off next. That'll be a nice break in between like main games. Plus, it's not that hard unless you're playing on hard. But no, I haven't been to Markara yet. One of those things I put off. Mostly because I don't have any money, but exactly. That's pretty much it. That's why. If I had enough disposable income, I'd be wasting it all on just that. Imports and oh my god. Imports and food.
きます。ふっはっ打たせていただきます。いてつけ。せんはっ打たせていただき、そこですか。せん。
Yeah, it's rough. I hate being a window shopper. That's why I can't go to cons or anything like that. I'm not interested. Unless I got the money to spend on every single booth, I don't care. But yeah, is there anything you'd like to buy? Now that we're talking about me and mouse pads.
いざ鎮魂の夢に舞い散れ。だいたい素敵なお嫁さんになりたいって考え自体がめめしいんだよ。蓮華さんは素敵なお嫁さんにはなりたくないのですか。そんなこと思ったこともないぜ。嘘です。動揺してるじゃありませんか。私がそんなめめしいことを思うなんてありえないぜ。本当でしょうか。やめこの話はもうやめだ。これこいつ。
Yeah, I'd say Yumi's a little bit more motherly. That's fine. They've all got their charms. There's no point in... I guess that's the whole lesson of the story. There's no point in fidgeting about it or messing about. Trying to change too much. Trying to get them all out of the way. I forgot the frantic too. I can imagine figures being the most expensive thing of all things. Especially, I guess, if you want a nicely detailed one, or if you want just a basic figure. I'm trying to formulate my words while I'm goofing around, but yeah. Holy shit, this looks really nice. Yeah, very expensive. Collecting is sadly horrifically expensive. I've had a few figures, it's just, yeah, that money. There's never enough. Would be nice to have articulated figures too. Now that I think about it. That's probably more expensive as well. Honestly, just having a clean Berserker armor just sitting somewhere on a shelf wouldn't be that bad. Be pretty clean. I think I'd have the main cast of Berserk, more or less. If I were to pick that as, like, the thing I'd want. Probably die before I even get Griffith on my shelves. But that's about it. Zod's pretty cool, I guess, too. He just reminds me too much of Behemoth from Final Fantasy, and I hate that shit. Since he was in Monster Hunter World. Yeah, the sword's really nice. When I first saw that shit in Dark Souls 2, I immediately shifted every single build I ever do when I play that game into Guts. And that's it. I know it's awfully boring, but it's a big-ass sword. And if you do it properly, even better. Shit, I even I even cosplayed Guts. I think you get specific armors that kind of look like the Berserker shits. Not the helmet, of course, but close enough. I believe it was Fume Knight's armor that looks kind of close enough. It's got that black, shiny sheen to it. Like metallic look. It's not Fume Knight's. Then I guess there's others, but Armor of the Forsaken, I think, too. It's shiny black, metallic. One day I'll play Elden Ring. I'm just, I don't know. There's no motivation right now. Get in that body pillow. I get taken by my body pillow. There was the no death run I was doing of Dark Souls 2, which I could have done easily. That game like the back of my hand, but I lost a save. I was doing other things, and I'm not doing all that again, so too bad for that. The restart, well, like I said, I guess we're at the same spot then. Nothing worse than having to, like, I guess spending so much time in a game and then restarting. Happened to me again as well in Front Mission 3. Finally beat the game this morning, but it only took 60 and then some more hours to fucking do that. Because before that, years ago, I had another save, and that got lost. That took forever. But I pressed B? I thought we were going straight right into it. Okay. When the difficulty spikes up a little bit, but it's not too bad. Only done, what? 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. I wouldn't say I'm damn good, but I'm alright. It's the game I played the most since it came out originally. So if you look at the stream for Dark Souls 2, that was pretty good. I was surprised at myself too. Oh yeah, Murakumo draws manga. It's one of those things to explore in like side stories for previous games, which again just adds even more, I guess, character. It's like here in the story at some point we kind of would have already known Mirai draws, or not draws, she writes light novels. So Mirai is a light novel author. And Murasaki is a fucking, she's a NEET, but she's a fan. I don't know. Well, the world's connected, and little characterization like that just makes it fun. It is a shame, though. I'd be more than pissed off if I lost the Monster Hunter save. The world was pretty good. It was lacking in so much, but it was pretty good otherwise. I think the thing that got me the most is there's no crossplay, and there never will be. So I have to start all over again on PC. even though I had everything I wanted on PS4.
200連戦突破。しゃはし吹き飛びなさい。させません。
But yeah, that's another game I probably would be pretty good doing a no damage run too.
この卑劣感め。よくも装束。はっしゃは吹き飛びなさい。
I can't move.
その間違い正してあげましょう。打線の力を受けなさい。私の舞を披露しながら受氷せ。
I don't know. I gave up on the series on Wilds.
はいしゃはしゃ。
I could turn this stream into a 3-hour stream just talking about the things I don't like about Capcom right now. But nobody would want that anyway. Just be glad I'm not a commentary channel.
させません。
Really good. Be glad I don't cover news or anything like that. Are you kidding me? Not getting beat or finessed by a bunch of turtle mobs. There we go. How much skill is that enough for you?
読み舞い順じますわ。
村雲鎮魂の夢に沈む。
I forgot about the mask.
花火聖火の宴に舞い散る。
Why are you here?
いざ鎮魂の夢に舞い散れ。
教えてください。どうすれば素敵なお嫁さんになれるのでしょうか。
素敵なお嫁さんになるには運命的な出会いが必要だ。
運命的な。
Oh, I kind of mean to skip all of them, but whatever.
例えば魔王に囚われた弓を勇者が助けに来るみたいな感じだ。
魔王に囚われるのですか。あまり現実的ではないような気がします。
妖魔が存在するのだ。どこかに魔王だっているはずだ。我はそう信じている。
そうですね。忍び天使。
早く魔王に会って
Yeah.
会えたら必ずすごい漫画を描くことができるのに。
Try not to rant too much. Sometimes I guess it might come out, but it'd have to be something I really, really care about. Like if we were playing Halo right now, I think I'd be talking non-stop. Not that I don't care about this series, but there's not much else to say. It didn't really end on a bad note. It was killed, but that's not the same as, you know, the game changing for worse, or the developers doing something or something like that. That's not really the same thing. Why? I guess, I wouldn't say I'm 100% old good, new bad type of guy. But I guess I would say mostly it's not my fault that that's what it seems like for the most part. That's nice. Wish there was more finishers on this stage. But I guess it's more of an arena type of thing.
全力で参りますシグネードこれが私の正義だ風の力を受けなさい
I guess my opinions are a little
甘くありませんか
too stubborn and persistent. Don't compromise.
はいこれでどうですか
Not that you have to.
いただきますかそこですせこのヘレツカめよくも装束真っ二つですわシグネードその町が正してあげましょう決着魔王がいなくては素敵なお嫁さんにはなれないのでしょうか私が正義です
It's like if you told me many years ago the future of gaming is, I don't know, fake frames, AI generated frames, no optimization, terrible engines, specifically Unreal and RE engine if you put it outside of actual like RE setting. Let's see, terrible writing, terrible stories, casualized gameplay. I could go on, but you get the point. I would be very disappointed.
さらなる鍛錬を積ませていただきますまた一つ絶対正義に近づけましたね
Like a perfect example, and I'm kind of in the minority here, but playing Halo 2 Anniversary, the whole remake, I guess you call it remaster, but remake kind of fits more. The remake changes everything about the game, from sound, visuals, atmosphere, art direction, and I just don't like that, and that's it.
ユミ鎮魂の夢に沈めましょう
But
そ
it's
の程度で止める気ですか結局素敵なお嫁さんになる方法はわからないものですユミちゃん元気ないね大丈夫アスカさん元気がない時は体を動かすのが一番だよ私と一緒に体を動かそうよはいそこですか200連戦突破はっしゃ力が
and I just think it's sad because people will remember the new shiny thing. They won't remember the original vision for anything. But like I said, I'm in the minority. People love that remake. I guess because it looks really good. But what else can you say about it? It looks good, and that's it. Nobody's gonna give the original any time of day just because it doesn't look as good, and that's kind of my issue. But you're right. Games are very different. Good or bad, although I would say mostly bad. And that's fine. If anything, I'd say the fault lies in the fact that gaming, just like other hobbies and whatnot nowadays, used to be not a niche thing, but it wasn't. Not everybody was a gamer, so companies weren't going for everybody. Try to make a buck. But as I've seen with gatekeeping, working in other niche hobbies and whatnot, nobody gatekept gaming, so now anybody, even the lowest common denominator, is considered a gamer and a target audience, so actual fans for a series are not the target demographic anymore. It's not even fair to call them a demographic. They're probably considered a target market nowadays. Yeah, that's pretty terrible. Getting bullied just for that. But it is what happened. Same thing with anime. Anime watchers are weebs and otakus in the West just to be seen as, what, nerds? Type of people to get shoved in a locker. But now everybody is an anime fan. Quote unquote, because I mean, just because you watch, what, a pretty fight on the screen doesn't make you an actual anime fan. Especially, we're reaching rant territories of me commentating over all this shit. But you know, we'll keep going. Point being, I'm a big fan, proponent, advocate for gatekeeping. That's the bottom line. There's nothing worse for me. Well, there's a lot worse, but there's few things worse than seeing like a supposed anime fan who only watches pretty fights and pretty animations. Nice. Because with that mentality comes people that, I guess, hate on everything else that anime stands for. It's not just pretty animations or, you know, hype fights or aura farming as the kids call it.
それでユミちゃんは何を悩んでるの？素敵なお嫁さんになるための方法がわからないんです。素敵なお嫁さん？それってうちのばっちゃんみたいな人のこと？さゆり様ですか？うん、私はばっちゃんは素敵なお嫁さんだと思うよ。どうしてそう思うのですか？だって誰よりもじっちゃんに厳しいのに誰よりもじっちゃんに優しいんだもん。だから私はばっちゃんのこと素敵なお嫁さんだと思うけどな。なるほど、確かにさゆり様は素敵なお嫁さんですね。ということは受賞者油断大敵。
I was trying to let them talk, but yeah. What was I gonna say afterwards? I forgot. It always happens. Well, I think about it. I was like a tiny kid when Dragon Ball Z specifically was airing. So I would say that. Around that time I was watching, you know, basic like young boy anime. I guess shonen. You know, stuff like Inuyasha and Saint Seiya. Those are the ones I remember specifically. I'd watch Pokemon. That counts. Shit, I watched Digimon too. That counts too. Which is funny, I didn't have any Pokemon games growing up. I had Digimon games on the PlayStation. But I did watch the Pokemon anime. I just never got to play a game until middle school. That being said, I didn't actually get into anime stuff until I read my first manga in like late middle school maybe, or early high school. It was a shoujo manga, shoujo romance. That means it's a manga for women, or young women. It was pretty good. I'm trying to remember the name right now, but it was something Shinobi. It was a love story, or pretty cool. It wasn't entirely romance, but it was about a ninja that goes like forwards in time and meets like the descendant of his master. I wouldn't say it's my influence for only liking romance in stories. but it is the first one I did read, so. Second one I read all the way through was Berserk, so go figure. You were in middle school for DBZ? Did I take that as older than me by a lot, or was it just circumstance? Because I do joke around that I am pretty old, but half of it is not a joke. I can guarantee that. In my mind, it's not. I am really not doing pretty well, huh? I know I'm goofing around, but not that bad. I think I've seen Marmalade, but I think that's a... There's a visual novel adaptation, I think, on the Game Boy Advance. I think that's where I've seen it. Oh, shit! Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But if so, then I'm probably... Oh my god. I'm probably happier that I'm not the oldest one for once. Oh man.
ついに分かりました。素敵なお嫁さんになる方法が。私が正義です。
We're only done with this one character story. This isn't the CG I thought it was. Okay. I don't know, I would have guessed Yumi was pretty... I guess she was more of a maiden type motherly character. But I would have assumed that kind of came with the wifely duties and stuff like that. I figured it'd be like a story about her figuring out she already has all the qualities she wants, but I guess the real story is Granny Sayuri or Jasmine wanting to rope something. So, it ended pretty well, I guess. Why am I seeing this? Want to see the credits? Why are you listing every character that wasn't even in here? Get an achievement. My waifu. Oh my god. Yeah, going back to something we talked about before. Yumi, I think, is like #1. At least was for Japanese popularity polls. Just fine. I'm I don't dislike her. Just glad Riona is another one of the top 5. Let's see, shop.
これにするのね。
The hell did I get? I wasn't reading. I'm gonna be honest with you.
お嫁のおすすめはこれにしますか。お買い上げありがとうございます。
Yep, there you go. Oh, you get their hair when you
これにし
beat
ま
the
すか。
story.
お買い上げありがとうございます。
That actually, okay, yeah, that kind of opens up a little bit more. But I guess it'd be too late because you have to unlock it. Whatever. These are all the CG things. Graphics. It's also bridal training.
これにしますか。お買い上げありがとうございます。
Got the anime cutscenes. Look at those again. The music, pretty good.
また来てくださいね。
I don't even know how long it's been. We can probably get 1 or 2 more
ど
out.
れにするのかしら。
Or I could just do dressing room, 2 missions, and then remaining 3 missions on the next stream. Records?
こ
Library.
れにするのね。さまざまな資料が確認できるわ。
Man, my usage rankings were fucking insane back in the PS4 era. If I ever plug that thing in, I'm playing this. Now, no story games. I don't want to get blocked for spoilers.
動画を確認するのね。
Thankfully, I can't remember any time Sony has ever done that for me. They didn't do that when I played Metro 1 and 2. They
ど
didn't
れ
do
に
that
するのかしら。
when I was playing Dark Souls. They didn't do that when I was playing Monster Hunter World. And none of the other games either that I ever played on the
獲
PlayStation
得した
4.
イラストを確認できるわ。
There you go. And it's almost 7.
どれにするのかしら。
So let's get 1 more out of the way then.
これにするのね。忍び学生の物語ね。
Urakumo. They're only gonna take forever, as opposed to Fatal Frame.
非常に恐縮なのですが、恥ずかしいのでお面つけてもいいでしょうか。
As long as we're not getting soft locked again. I don't want to deal with that again. What are we? Oh, what are we twitching?もう帰ろう。 All
ノーリミット。お、村雲じゃないか。今日は素顔なんだな。やっぱ可愛いな。
話しかけないで。
何言ってんだよ。もっと顔を見せてくれよ。顔が嫌ならおっぱいでもいいぜ。
Oh, they're done. Well, going back to before, I was thinking of... It wasn't what I was gonna say all of that time back then, but... I'm trying to think of a game that has been remade or remastered that I would say is pretty worth it. First thing that comes to mind is Persona 2 and Persona 1. Those are pretty much the exact same game. They just look prettier. And none of the art or visuals or anything are lost. I would say maybe the art style, although it's from an artist that's also been with Atlas since for fucking ever, so they're pretty similar regardless. I haven't played Persona 1. I'm not a big fan of dungeon crawlers overall, and I think they're pretty like old school when it comes to old games, even if it's Persona and Atlas. I just can't get behind sitting down for too long playing it. I gotta be committed. But I did beat Persona 2 Innocent Sin, I just haven't beat the second part. But I do have them on the PSP though. I'm trying to think of, yeah, some others that I've played, maybe. Nothing comes to mind. Usually my criteria is just, if you're gonna remake something, then it's gotta be the same game. One of my gripes with the Halo remakes. Why would you rescore the music? Why would you change that? Or the sound effects, even. Some people might not know, but a lot of Halo sound effects originally were placeholders. Or free, like, sound effects.
危険な目？ああ、あたいがお前の可愛さに参っちゃうってことか。
そんなひねった意味じゃなくて、もっとストレートな意味です。
ストレート？じゃあ、あたいストレートに行かせてもらおうかな。
何ですか？
おっぱい。いやん。乗らせていただきます。
はあ？何を言ってるんですか？
おっぱい揉ませていただき。忍び転身。
There's nothing straight about Katsuragi. But anyway, what was I talking about? I was so engrossed in the groping, I guess, that I forgot exactly what I was talking about. But yeah, Kat's got this, like, her voice actor's got this, like, I guess gravelly maybe voice that I think is really nice. Pretty unique. I like it. I like hearing her in the anime and stuff too. The English dub also goes for that same type of voice. So I think that's pretty neat too. And yeah, exactly. The Halo sound effects originally were all like free assets or whatnot. I've definitely heard a lot of those sound effects in other games too. I'm big when it comes to noticing sound effects being used in other things. And there's been a lot of times when I have pointed it out on streams. But that's not the point. The point is trying to replace that with like more quote-unquote realistic sound effects, or trying to make it sound different so it's more unique. And it's like, well, whatever. The original, you know, it had a charm to it, free asset or not. I guess that's my point. I guess I would say Metal Gear Solid 3. Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta is a pretty perfect remake. Not in the technical sense, because I would never in a million years be like, Unreal Engine 5, I'll take it. No. But when it comes to the gameplay, I guess. When it comes to the story, the voices, the music, the story pacing, the locations, the vibe, it's the same exact game, so I think that's probably the best example I can give. And hey, there are no Atlas, there are no Sega. They didn't replace every single voice actor just for the hell of it, like they did in Persona 3 and potentially 4 remakes. And it's like, I've had this discussion before. If you like the new thing better, then, you know, whatever. But at the same time, I've had people tell me that the new voices are exactly the same, so why does it matter? And that's kind of something that would set me off slightly. Same with music. I know there's people that can't differentiate between a rescored soundtrack and an original, like the Halo soundtracks. And it's not like I'm a band member or like a musician or anything, but I can hear the difference. It's not the same song. Not the same note, not the same structure, not the same, I guess, whatever. You know what I mean. Get off. But yeah, and I don't mean to, you know, be negative all the time, but it just, I guess, angers me a little. But the thing people will remember is the brand new shiny thing, and not the original. Especially not if it's like a very, very big difference between the two. It's like movies, I guess. People remember the reboots. Well, used to. Not reboots today, obviously. But people remember, you know, remasters, reboots, you know, remakes of old, super old, like, I guess, early 20th century movies. And that's fine, because they're not the same thing. It's not like modern remakes that try to take the same exact concept and ruin it, or change it completely, or like a game remake. I was trying to let them talk, but yeah. It's like, War of the Worlds, I haven't seen the original, I'll be honest with you. I think it's a little too archaic for me. And I love old movies. But yeah, I prefer the 2005 Steven Spielberg movie. And that's fine because it's not the same, it's not trying to be the same thing, it's trying to be its own retelling of a concept. It's not trying to take the original and change it and, you know, modern audience it. But I can't say that for video game remakes. Because the thing I want out of a game remake is the original game. Just make it look prettier and playable on modern everything. I realize we haven't transformed, I think. But yeah, what's your favorite movie? Horror is fine. There's a few I like, but I wouldn't say I'd go out of my way to like just watch something like, I don't know, The Conjuring or whatever. I like more atmospheric, thrilling horror. You know, I like the weight. Not a jump scare in my face. Yeah, to that end, I'd probably add favorites, I guess. The Thing, The Exorcist. I didn't see Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I didn't see any of that stuff. Or any, like, slashers. Surprisingly. But I have seen all Stephen King movies. Or adaptations, at the very least. Back in the Cotton stream? That was a great stream. But yeah, welcome back, I guess. Is the right word. We're, playing some slice of life spin-off stories. Messing around. I don't think we've seen that before. That ultimate technique too. Hopefully I didn't hit the mic when I stood up. That wolf just reminded me of Link for some reason. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's kind of like her actual transformation outfit, but it's a little bit more lightweight.
すみません。
ノーリミット。
あれ、村雲先輩、お面はどうしたんすか？村雲先輩もドッカーンするんすか？
I don't know. Dead air. Anyway. I think I was in late middle school, maybe 8th grade. Got me a copy of, well, it's a long story, but let's just say I got a copy of, of the Thing video game for the Xbox. This was before I even watched the movie. That was a great game. You know, bugs or whatever that it might have had, I never noticed. I don't know. It was pretty good. It was pretty thrilling. Yeah. I'd like to believe it led me to watch the movie after all. But it was still a great game. I just never beat it. It was pretty hard. The control scheme, I guess, was a little antiquated. Am I a fan of hack and slash and stylish action? I would say this is fun, although I'm not a fan of Musou type Dynasty Warriors gameplay. But I think the story and the characters and the visuals, quote unquote, kind of make up for that, in my opinion. For me. So I would say I like this franchise more than I like the genre of this game specifically. But yeah. You really want to know? That's not the button. What the fuck is the button for frantic mode? I forgot. Oh shit, I forgot. What does the triggers even do, actually? Now that I realize, the triggers don't do anything in this game. Hold on. Necklace? Yeah, the triggers don't do anything. Holy shit. Just realized. Key binding's my ass. Troll scheme. Yeah, it's cute enough, but I don't know what she's actually trying to say. That's not it. How do you do frantic mode again? I guess I'm hitting buttons until I figure it out. It's not that. Not transformed yet. If I hit L1, that's an immediate, like, transformation, so I'm not doing that. There we go. But yeah, stylish action. Yeah, I do like it. This is it right here. I still, even in the beginning of the game, I still don't know what button I'm supposed to press when that happens. I just mash everything. We've already seen you, come on. We get a fight in the ring, we don't get the finisher. That's fine.
邪魔しないでください。邪魔するんですか。もう一丁。仕切り直しっす。盛り上がってきたっすね。大玉ロケット花火。まだいけます。すみません。盛り上がってきたっすね。大玉ロケット花火ください。よっしゃー、出番っすね。
Why are we spamming?
まずは景気づけっす。大玉ロケット花火。
Yeah, I've only mentioned it once, but the song changes like when you transform to your
そりゃうりゃこんなの。
character's theme, I guess. Oh, nice angles. But I guess Frantic Mode doesn't have a maybe it has its own theme, which is fine.
やっつけるんですよ。仕切り直しっす。あんま死んで。決着。レンカお姉ちゃん、カホルちゃん。どうもしてません。まだやれます。すみません。
There we go, perfect. 2 more to go.
いえいえ、我にこんな評価もったいないです。我ごときが成長とかおこがましいですよね。あ、新しい技をひらめきました。
Alright, we're gonna get these done with. We're gonna go to the dressing room. We're gonna finish off with, I guess, whoever we like the most out of this group.
村雲、
Got the
進行の
perfect,
夢に沈みます。
the word, perfect format for the next few streams on this game.
あ、モラッチじゃん。お面はどうしたの？どうしたのですか？顔色が悪いですよ。本当だ。なんで手で口を押さえてるの？まさか吐いちゃいそうとか？なんか口の中に隠してるとか？ちょっとその手を取りなさいよ。まだ終わりません。100
I am visually overwhelmed. But we do have a finisher here and here. Nice. Gonna do stuff with that. Get off me.
すみません。逃がしません。すみません。逃がしません。
Funny you say that. I should one day go back and actually beat Ninja Gaiden 1 on stream. I've been putting it off for so long, just because it's so fucking rage-inducing, even if I'm good at it. But I love it. But there are some, especially in this game, talk about it after they talk.
鎮魂の夢に沈みましょう。四季、鎮魂の夢に沈みましょう。両備、悪の誇りを舞い掲げるわ。
いざ鎮魂の夢に舞い散れ。
ちょっとその手を取りなさいって。まさか口の中に鳩を隠してるとか？なんでよ。
技あり。技あり。
いや、 手品でもするのかなと思って。吐きたいのなら我慢しなくていいです。そうだ、何すんのよ。シキさんの帽子の中に吐きなさい。なんでよ。
No, they're not dead yet. I'm gonna transform. No!
Shinobi, 変身。
And yeah, I love Ninja Gaiden up until 3. So I'd love to, you know, have him played it on stream at some point. All of them. One day. I was waiting on Shiki's transformation. Alright, well the hat doesn't look that bad. But going back on me getting beat, what we were talking about, the 3D anime games. If you've ever seen a nice little old underrated series called Ikitosen, they do have a collaboration here with the anime. They also went back to collaborate in the next game too, thankfully. So there's 3 characters from that anime here, and I think it would work pretty well in a style like this. It's a battle shonen, really, with the most amount of fan service that you can think of. And holy, like, getting overwhelmed by sounds and visuals and everything. I can't talk in peace. But yeah, I think a game like that, an anime like that, would work pretty well as a... Well, I guess in the style of this. Although I don't know if Marvelous are still making games after Sony. Fucked them over. Or whoever made the game, really. I need her to die here so I can see this finisher, by the way. Great. Oh, great. Zoning. Trying to cancel out the lock on. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. We might have seen this, actually. Yeah, we did. Oh well. Doesn't hurt to see it again.
なんとか喋らないで我慢できました。この程度なら大丈夫です。いえいえ、我にこんな評価もったいないです。本当何かの間違いではすみません。我ごときが成長しちゃってすみません。忍者さん、村雲です。
Are these openings changing?
ノーリミット。
村雲さん、なぜ口を手で押さえて。
Because like when they come out for the first time, they do their like group tagline. But I could have sworn Yumi's was different, and now hers is different too. So I guess it's like side story specific. Again, detail and you know effort put into making the game unique. I guess it's from having heard it over and over and over again, playing the story. I'm just good at noticing the little things in everything. But that's the thing, isn't it? It's easier to notice all the negatives. Especially when they start piling up over positives, but that's not the point right now, I guess. Alright, this is a little too much. What was the button again? There we go. How do I grab? Good enough. Figured we might as well go out with a bang. Would have loved to do like a watch along of the prequel anime for this. It was like an OVA that kind of set the mood for this game. But I'd probably get deleted immediately. It was uncensored. One day though, guy can dream. Maybe make it like a limited time only stream, you know, like delete it right after or something like that. Because YouTube doesn't really give a shit until like after the stream's processing. When it comes to stuff like that, like age restrictions and whatnot. Because that's when the AI actually goes in to fully check everything. Oh man. Frantic mode, I forgot, is a glass cannon. I'm out here just taking it. But yeah, I don't know if I'd watch it like alone or to get somebody to watch along with. Not that there is anybody. I mean, you guys watching, I guess. That'll be it.
舞い順じますわ。
いざ鎮魂の夢に舞い散れ。
これ以上口をから抑えると呼吸ができなくなります。どうしてそんなことを。
I think they kinda knew what they were doing with her, making those noises, but I guess we'll leave it at that. We're fine. It's like a quarter of health. I don't even know if the health like goes up with the levels. I haven't really paid attention to that specifically. Yeah, the robot was like a later edition mechanic, kinda. Like midway through, probably. Alright, before she can transform. This might not be enough. Okay, it might be enough. No, never mind. I gotta hurry up before she transforms. Damn. Could have finished it right then and there. If I can level up, I can get more health, but it's looking a little bleak. It's looking very bleak right now. Especially if she keeps spamming. Alright, let's not frantic mode. I guess it could be different because she doesn't have her mask on. But other than that, I think Yumi's was different too, so we'll have to see the next character if they just repeat like the group's tagline or what. Yeah, her mask reminds me of Majima. Which, you know, another series I'd love to stream, but I don't have Kawami 1 on PC. I'd have to go back to my PlayStation 4. I'd have to suffer with that. Or I could just start from Yakuza 2. I just play from there. I have a game up to like a Dragon on PC. Yep, that mask. I'm glad YouTube wants to translate it for me too, but nah. I know what it is. Such an odd feature, like why is it even showing me that I can translate it? I'm not even looking at like an actual like chat screen, it's more of a pop-up type of thing. Oh, this is a good way to farm levels too, I guess. The side stories. Well, if you do play through them, well, if you mean YouTube, you're probably going to be making videos for about another couple of years if that's the case. The games can drag on pretty long. It's the reason why I dropped Yakuza 5. I was only in like, what, the third, fourth chapter? Like a quarter into the game and it's been like 50 hours already? I was being burned out by that point, honestly. And that is like the only game I don't really know what happens and haven't beat. Which isn't saying much, to be honest. You know, I love the franchise up to a certain point with some of the choices they've been making, but realistically, all the Yakuza games kind of have the same exact story, just change the villain's name around and have like a new thread going on every game, and that's about it. But if you look at the story beats, the pacing, the climax, the things that happen, they kind of just recycle the same exact plot points. So it comes to a point where I'm really just playing for Majima and Kiryu and all the goofy shit. But I do love the first and second game story. And I thought Like a Dragon was a kind of a departure from the same exact story they've been telling since 6. Or since 1 all the way to 6. Even 0. But yeah, it was different enough that it was pretty fresh, especially with the new characters. It wasn't just Kiryu in my face since the last like 30 years. I've yet to play Infinite Wealth too. I think you can make any game with Majima in it, and it'd be great. I think if you can ignore some sub-stories, you can probably get through it faster. Maybe leave those for like a special stream or episode. Kind of like I'm doing here, where I just bum rush the story. But I'm very of the opinion that Kiryu should have, you know, retired. He had such a good thing going on in 3 and 4. Plus 4 was okay, and 5 was the dumb Haruka like idol story, which didn't really go anywhere anyway, because they kind of just give up on that. But to me, he should have just stayed in Okinawa and, you know, had a family. It was bad enough in 2 that they, you know, I don't want to be Sony, but these are spoilers. It was bad enough that they got rid of his love interest that was actually going somewhere. She's spamming. But yeah, it was fine up until like maybe the third game. But like I said, the story beats are all the same. Like it's always there's a villain in the background doing stuff that's threatening the Tojo clan. Kiryu gets sent in to stop it because they can't do it alone apparently. And then we stop the villain, but then we find out there's a secret villain behind everything, and then there's a secret plot behind everything. And then we have the finale with the main, like, real villain. And that's how it was up until, like, 6. Now, besides maybe 2, because you can still walk around with Haruka and hold her hand, I would say 4 is still my favorite. Because it did try something new, it had all the different characters, like Sajima and what's-his-face. Really love that guy. I preferred him as a main character overall. I forgot his name. The guy with the lending agency. And then there was the cop that they replaced because Japan's really up their ass about like actor controversies. I forgot his name too, but he was alright. But I think 3 had the best atmosphere, the best everything. I really like Okinawa and like just Kiryu being the dad, I guess. Oh look, we're finally done. Oh yeah, Akiyama. Him and his secretary were really nice. I really liked them. Then there's this spin-offs like what was it, Black Tiger or something like that? That I played a while back. It was a video. I gotta go back and finish that someday. Just play it, I don't know. I didn't mean to skip all the way, I hit the wrong button. My bad. Oh no, it was a PSP game. I'm sure if you dig back, you'll find a video of it. Never played Judgment either, anyway. But I've seen the second game. And it looks much better than modern Yakuza. Visually too, honestly. But I think that series is dead. It's pretty dead in the water right now. Like I said before, I don't remember when or where, but Sega or the Like a Dragon team was like, we don't want to look back, we want to just keep making games and releasing like a new game. I hope that motorcycle in the background didn't pick up on the mic, but they want to release like a new game every year, and they want to look back or look into the future, not the past. But we're 3 remakes in, and they're gonna be making more, so for sure I said it was bullshit back then too. Yeah, my bad. I guess I kind of stopped when there was a bunch of text on the screen.
読み、待て、まずい。こうなったらパンティーヤシャ爆誕。
Oh man, if I could have found that logo for the thumbnails, I would have been using that. But I got the English only thing. Oh wait, there we go. Back out of this.
いえいえ、我にこんな評価もったいないです。本当何かの間違いではないかと思います。
Off with the mask.
ちょっとだけだけど成長したみたいです。
But yeah, this all goes back to what we were talking about, remakes and remasters, I guess. Because I'm pretty sure nobody was on board with Sega's changes to, what was it, Yakuza 0? Director's cut or whatever? Because of the things they moved or removed or changed. I think they even added, or was that 3 where they added like new story beats that just changes the thing completely? I think they changed the ending too. Last I read. I don't know. They're just really dumb. Sega. I want to say Sega, but at the same time I want to say Sega's developers like Atlas and Ryuga Koto been making a lot of dumb choices in my opinion. But whatever. I wasn't gonna play the remake anyway. I just wish they hadn't, you know, delisted 0 for the originals. I don't think Yakuza 3 was delisted. I would hope not. Cut-ins. I think we have to buy those. I want to see that before we go to the dressing room. Because it feels like they're trying to do like a Yumi cut-in. They're trying to do like a Capcom, where they kind of throw it in your face and admit that they feel like the old games are obsolete and not worth playing. When it comes to the topic of conversation of the remakes, which I thought was, I guess, beyond disrespectful and annoying, to say the least. The well, the original team, the original vision, the original game, or games in plural. Alright, so now we have more visuals for every character once we beat the side story stuff. So let's see. We know the entry, transformation, we've seen that. Frantic mode. I think I gotta press triangle? Or just anything, I don't know. They never made it clear. There we go for the Yumi enjoyers. But yeah, Majima is one of my favorites. Sajima is okay. Yeah, he could have gotten more screen time. I mean, like, more than just being a main character in 4 and 5. We're going all out right now. we're done with the gameplay today. Right now is just what's the word I'm looking for? Demon time. To put it lightly. This is the pillar finisher we never got to see because I could never get it. But yeah, we can see some of the DLC characters too. They're the ones that have it because they don't have any side stories to begin with. There's the Ikitosen characters. I really like how she doesn't care. Honestly, we'll go through all these when we finish up everything. These two characters are part of the lore, but they're not in the story. So I don't know why they're here. I think they were DLC, maybe. But yeah, that was the first two. We got 3 more. Dressing room. I wanted to look at characters. I wanted to look at Shiki, but we're gonna look at characters we've already played as. Let's see, what are we thinking here? I like the uniform. Stick with that. We can do a variety of things. Variety of problematic things. This is the kind of thing, I guess, that we were talking about with the like anime tourists and fans. Like, I'm not saying every anime is like this, but can't deny this is part of the culture. I do take issue with, like, you know, shonen only, like, new age fans that just see this as, like, I guess unnecessary. And I mean, it depends. This is the point of the game. Like, it's not unnecessary at all. But if an author wants to have it in their works, I think that should be totally okay. What shouldn't be okay is bullying manga authors, people that put in work to make these works that you're so fond of. There you go. It's fully clothed for the YouTube AI, so, you know, there's nothing bad to see here. I'm waiting for the animation. Okay, I guess I'm not getting an animation. Did I max out the effect? There's like a little heart here. I don't see it now. I saw it. Let me get one thing out of the way. Wrong button. We're gonna be doing this at the end of every stream just to get the maximum enjoyment out of it. Oh, we don't have max. There we go. Let me just say, some of this extra stuff is a lot of button mashing, and I'm not happy about that. I'm good at button mashing, but this shit hurts. I gotta button mash the bumpers. Shit is not the same as button mashing like the face buttons. It hurts. Can we do it? Did it. If I could screenshot that, that'd be the thumbnail. Oh well. Bunch of text and UI on the screen. And hide that. Man. Huh. You can also turn it on its side, the screen. I don't know why you would do that. Maybe you'd have like a wall monitor? I don't know why you would even have that too, but you can do that. There you go. If you're watching on your phone, I guess you can have a better view? It baffles me why you would even want this as a thing. Oh, and it's inverted too to like, okay, get me off of that. Oh, you're gonna have to pause it because I already moved on. My bad. I feel like the hairstyle. I guess it fits Yumi more on a organized level. Like she's not going all out, she's a little more tidy. That makes sense. Let's finish off with one of the more lesser known features, I guess. I've never seen anybody do it or talk about it. So how was this done? I forgot. There we go. If you get to like 500 hits, something really nice will happen. And now I'm gonna mash the button. It might sound like I'm doing something else in the background, but I swear I'm not. Wish I could move the hands, but this is as best as you're gonna get. I gotta mash the bumper. My wrist hurts already. Okay, let me move real quick. Give you a better vantage point. Do they have to be in the middle? Did I fuck up by stopping? Okay, I guess we're going with this. Why can't I mash the normal button? I haven't mashed buttons since I played Metal Gear Solid. That one time, like 10 years ago. What am I talking about? Played? I recorded the video on my phone, kind of like you did with Final Fantasy VIII. Oh my god, I think it's like 500 or 800 that I have to go through. My hand hurts. Can I mash the other button? Yeah, I can. Like I said, if this was a face button, this would be a whole lot easier. It's making my speech deteriorate as well. I'm sure somebody out there is getting off to getting degraded verbally, but not me. Oh my god, I'm switching back to my dominant hand. I know that sounded, I guess, filthy, but I swear. It's just button mashing. That's what my hands look like right now. And we did it. Broke my hand and get a nice look. That wasn't too bad. Blame Sony. Oh man. Gotta save actually. So I can just quit right out as soon as the stream ends. What I'm doing. It's too bad it's the same exact screen, but whatever. But yeah, I'm glad all y'all stopped by. Meaning, all y'all 2 people. It's fine. Whoever, I've noticed some people watching in the background, some don't. Some leave right after. It's fine. Still, appreciate it. Next time, just an old game stream. I don't want to just do Fatal Frame this over and over again. So we'll do that. We'll see. Mondays are off, so until next time, goodbye. It was very enjoyable.